Hello everyone, we're heading into the Fallen from Pride level 3 challenge, so the hard version. We're going to go for all missions with a budget team. Missions are no items, no continues, and no deaths, so we're not limited by turns, so we can drag it out a little bit. This is the team. So we have the original Sylvie. So using her, we're going to go end up with a lightning based team, which is why we have Reno for the breaker as well. We did make her full draw attacks with full evasion. And just gave her some health and spirit and resist and stuff. So nothing too special there. We're going to use Runda for mitigations, physical cover, some chaining, and everything. So he's got defense, health, a little bit of spirit. Pure Lotus to help with some health regen. Mechanical Heart would probably be a little bit better, but I was trying not to use too many limited items. Reno for the breaker. Just gave him 3 stars just to reduce his mana cost. I mean, even gearing him, he doesn't do that much damage, but you can definitely gear him for damage. Sisney, new free unit, and she has most of the killers for the fight. So we do have 250 Beast, Avian, Aquatic, and Human, only 50 on the Demon Killer, but she has a good assortment of the killers needed for the trial. Also have 300 limit damage on her. And X-Death, so we're going to use him for the big finisher. It shows him mostly because he has a lot of matching killers as well. Clash item for his chain cap and the accessory. And Oliveira's card, so the only thing you can say isn't quite budget is Oliveira's card. It is in the exchange shop though and everything. But aside from that card, we're using one clash item. Everything else is 5-star base TM free stuff. And for killers, we have 200 Beast, 275 Bird, 200 Aquatic, 100 Demon, and 300 Human for X-Death. Now, you can take in a friend. I definitely suggest taking in a strong friend. The worst element would be light. Boss stats 100% against light. So avoid light if you want to speed things up, but definitely bring a friend. But we're going to jump in with just this team. So Runda is going to do Limit Burst for mitigations turn 1, seeing he starts out with some physical cover already. Sylvie, we're going to do Refuge. That's going to be 100% lightning buff to the party. We're going to Bolt Egg to lightning and imbue the party, and then Marion watch over me for stats and keep her triple unlocked. Reno, we can do Peak for our good breaks, and just double bolting is fine. Sisney, we can do Burning Flames for a starter. Fire and just double elusive is fine. X-Death, so we'll just complete Void with X-Death. Alright, so turn 2, Runda. We're going to do physical cover. We're going to put up Shelga. And then he can laser, it's fine. Reno, we'll just triple on some bolting. Actually, he can custom specs to boost himself, and then double bolting is a little bit better. Sisney, we'll do... Actually, we'll save the Magnus. We'll double bolting, and then we will do her stance to boost her limit burst. Yeah, X-Death can do his limit as well. And let's see, Sylvie, we can do break resist, and petals and vines is fine. Alright, so turn 3, we're going to triple laser with Runda, Reno, triple bolting, X-Death is going to meteor, and Sisney can super. And then for Sylvie, we can refresh Lightning Resist. We can give starter mana to X-Death, and then we will Paladin's Duty for regen. Alright, so the boss on turn 3 there cured himself. So Reno, we don't have the cooldown, is going to limit burst. Runda is going to super for good mitigation. Let's see, Sylvie. We can do our lightning imbue. And give some more mana to X-Death. We let X-Death do his super, and Sisney can just triple bolting. Alright, so Runda, refresh cover, Shelga, and we can hit laser again. Reno, just triple on the bolting is fine. For Sylvie, a mana for X-Death. Yeah, we can hop on X-Death for the boost. And I guess just give him more mana. Now, Sisney's limit is good, so might as well hit that. I guess we can drop a meteor too. Alright, so he boosted himself, slightly annoying. We're just going to dispel with Sylvie. And then Reno is going to limit burst again. Let's see, X-Death. We're just going to drain mana from the boss. I guess we could have used X-Death to dispel, it's fine. Let's see, Sisney. Just burning and double fire. Runda will just triple bolting. Alright, so for turn 7, we'll do lightning buff, lightning imbue, and we can hit regen again. Let's see. Turn 8, the boss will dispel himself again, so we just set up for a big burst turn 8. So we'll do double bolting and end with stance for Sisney. See, Runda, we can just do super. For Reno, we'll just do triple bolting. X-Death can do super. Alright, so turn 8, Sisney will super, triple bolting on Runda. Reno will triple bolting. And X-Death can meteor. And then for Sylvie, will Marion watch over me for stat buffs and keep her triple unlocked. Feed a little bit of mana to X-Death, and just lightning resist is fine. Alright, there's the boss curing himself again. So we can have X-Death, drain mana. Alright, Runda has to put up cover. So cover, shell, and then just his bolting is fine. And with Reno, we'll just triple on the bolting. Or actually, we'll limit burst for the breaks, is what we'll do because he cured himself. Sisney, just burning and double bolting there. And then for Sylvie, keep up the lightning imbue. Do her protective vines. I guess we can growing defense for the barrier. Alright, Runda will super, keep that up. X-Death can do super, Sisney can do regular limits. Reno, we can just triple bolting this turn because we're going to have to dispel next turn anyway. Sylvie will feed mana to X-Death, seeing the boss is out of mana to drain from. Yeah, so next turn, or the end of this turn, the boss should buff himself. Alright, X-Death, we can Meteor. Sisney, we can use her super for now. Reno can just triple bolting. Runda, we'll just do cover. Cover shell, and then laser is fine. Make sure that we still have the lightning imbue. Yep. Okay, so. So Sylvie. Want to do imbue. resist, and then we can regen. Sisney will just triple bolting, I guess. As long as we get our breaks there, we'll just chain up more. Sylvie. We'll feed mana to X-Death twice, and then we'll do the vines for a direct heal. Runda can chain this turn. Triple laser. And X-Death. We'll just try to draw mana. That boss is out. That Runda is just going to super. We need to keep the mitigations up. Breaks are still okay. So triple bolting, we'll super with X-Death, and we can regular limit with Sisney. Feed some more mana to X-Death. We can do the big attack and magic for X-Death. And just lightning resist. Alright, there's the cure on the boss. So Reno, we'll just do his limit. Runda. We'll do cover, shell, and laser. Let's see, Sisney. We do flames, bolting, and then the cooldown. Let's see, X-Death. He can just auto attack. And for Sylvie, we'll refresh Lightning and Imbue. Do growing defense just to get the barriers going. And I guess vines. Alright, so Runda can triple bolting. X-Death can meteor. We can super with Sisney, and Reno can triple bolting. And for Sylvie, we feed mana twice to X-Death, and then hit the regen. Okay, so there's the defensive buff. So X-Death can dispel and drain mana. Reno will use Pyramid's Peak this time. He can custom for a better self buff bolting. We'll super on Runda. See Sisney. We'll just use her burning for the fire and peril and then double bolting. And then for Sylvie, make sure we have lightning resist all the time. And we can just double mana to X Death. Nope. Lost multicast, which is fine. We'll have Sylvie do Marion watch over me to unlock her multicast again. And then we can just growing defense, refresh the barrier stuff. For Runda, we just do cover, Shelga, and a laser. For Reno, triple bolting is fine. Xdeath can do his super, and then Sisney. We'll just triple bolting. Alright, we're going to refresh the lightning imbue. We can do the big attack and magic on Xdeath. And then just hit vines. Everybody else is going to do some damage, so we'll triple bolting with Runda. Reno will triple bolting. Sisney can super, and Xdeath can drop a meteor. Alright, boss cured himself, which is fine. We'll have Reno do a limit for breaks, Runda super for mitigation. Sylvie refresh lightning imbue. Lightning resist, lightning imbue. And then hit up regen. Sisney, we can do flames for fire and peril and double bolting. And just limit with Xdeath. Alright, for Sylvie, we'll double feed Xdeath. And then we'll do growing defense for barrier. So Runda will refresh cover, Shelga, and then just do Runda laser. We can triple bolting with Reno. Xdeath can super, Sisney can regular limit burst. Sylvie. So Xdeath is good on mana. And we have one on adding lightning. So we can just chain up now and then do Sylvie after. Alright, so Sylvie will do 1 mana to X-Death. We'll do Vines for an instant heal. And then we can Growing Defense again. Runa is going to super to keep mitigation going. Breaks are fine on the boss. Sylvie. Lightning buff, lightning imbue. And then we can defense herself. She takes the most damage. So Sisney will just triple bolting. X-Death can do limits, and Reno can just triple bolting. Runda will cover, shell, and then laser. Reno will just triple bolting. Sisney can do regular limits. X-Death can do super limits. And Sylvie. Feed mana to X-Death twice and hit regen. Boss cured, so we'll set up for some good burst in next turn. So we'll do Pyramid's Peak. You can custom specs and bolting there. See, Runda will be off a little bit from his super. So he'll just refresh cover, shell, and laser this turn. Sisney will set up. We'll do burning, elusive, and then end with stance. X-Death can just auto attack. And then for Sylvie, make sure lightning resist is always good, lightning imbue is good. And Marion, watch over me. Alright, so triple laser. We're going to triple bolting. Sisney gets the super. X-Death is going to meteor. Yeah, almost. So we got another burst turn or two. So then for Sylvie, we'll do Growing Defense just to keep a little barrier going. Protective Vines, a little instant heal. And we'll give a little mana to X-Death. Alright, so he boosted himself. So X-Death will just have... Actually, Sylvie will do the Dispel. Dispel with Sylvie. Reno, limit for breaks. Rune does super for mitigation. X-Death can do super, and then Sisney can just triple bolting. So we should be able to just kill it next turn. So refresh, lightning buff, lightning imbue, and big attack. Yeah, we'll give it to X Death. Everybody else will chain up, and we'll drop a meteor with what mana he has. Should be enough to do 2% easy. So sneak in regular limits. And there we go. So not the fastest, but definitely a budget run. Obviously, take a friend. Decent damage will definitely speed it up. So Sisney and X-Death were about even, actually. That's impressive. And that was all missions, because no items were used, we didn't continue, and nobody died. So we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.